The second consultation today was initially a 17-year-old girl who again came saying that she was having frequent fits, but when asked to describe the symptoms, a lot of it started with feeling quite sort of hot and sweaty and dizzy and palpitations. Tried to get a lot more out of her. It did turn out she was one of 9 children. The attacks tended to happen when her mum got quite angry with her. And it appeared that with 9 children, her mother was clearly under a lot of pressure anyway. She then said that her sister was also in the queue waiting to be seen. Her sister was 12 years old and also suffering from fits. We then saw the 12-year-old on her own, and what was described then was very much symptoms of epilepsy. She loses consciousness completely when she comes to. She usually has both her feet and her arms tied. On further exploration, that was because if her feet weren't tied, she tended to wander off in a confused state, and if her hands weren't tied, she would untie the ties that they put on her feet. So the symptoms and everything that she described were very much symptoms of epilepsy, and a decision was made to treat her for that. We then asked her 17-year-old sister to come back into the room, and it's thought, although not decided, they are going to try and see her later on in the week, preferably with one of her parents. But the thought is that actually the symptoms that she was describing were very much those of anxiety, and whether this was in fact brought about by witnessing the fits that her younger sister was having. She would often be alone with the younger sister when she had these fits. Probably the most upsetting aspect was that these fits have been going on for well over 12 months. When asked what the family thought caused the fits, the answer was that it was something to do with evil spirits, witchcraft, whatever. And the reason that the parents hadn't brought the 12-year-old for medical attention was because they believe it to be evil spirits. They don't actually think medication will do any good. So I think today really showed us the massive, massive problems associated with the fact that mental illness it's just not understood. It's not understood at all, and it certainly isn't seen currently as something that can be treated.